gonna be a fucking good video. This guy is spitting game right now.
Well, it's just simple math.
This is game. All right, guys, welcome back. It's Solomon, owner of Auto Market Ninja, and I'm live with the brains, the real brains behind Blacksheep Auto Detailing, a shop in Sunnyvale, California, doing over 100K a month. And I'm sitting here with, introduce yourself.
I'm Harman. I am the owner of Blacksheep Auto Detailing.
Yeah.
I think that's the introduction enough.
That's a perfect introduction. Harman.
Yes.
We don't really see your face all the time because you're really in the back end.
Yeah, I'm the behind the scene guy. I want to not be seen, so yeah. I've kind of been brought here only because of you. And yeah, I'm sweating a little bit because I don't like cameras.
I live for the camera.
Hey, you like the glam life, I like the fam life.
Hey, okay, all right. But yeah, bro, let's jump right into this. So my question is this. If someone is just starting out their detailing business, maybe tint, whatever it is, what should they focus on to hit their first $10,000 a month?
To hit the 10,000 is one tough milestone. You basically have to manage time and quality, because a lot of the times new detailers, when they walk in and they're starting this business for themselves, they forget that time is what they're valuing. What I made the mistake of doing in the beginning was that I would spend hours extra just to kind of convince myself that I did a job that was good enough. I think now it's kind of like that framework is kind of set up because there's so many detailers. So you can kind of gauge how long it takes to do something. So get good at doing like a detail in 4 hours or 5 hours or whatever you're speccing your time out to, and price accordingly. If you are going to make less than a McDonald's worker, might not be worth it. And that won't get you to that 10K. And once you appreciate and respect that you are worth $100 an hour or $200 an hour, whatever you're treating yourself to, it's a little bit easier to sell, because now you can explain to the customer why you're worth that money. Are you good in quality? Are you good in time? If you're good in both, there's nothing stopping you from hitting 10K.
Okay. And what service would you say should be the vehicle to get to that $10,000 a month?
Services wise, I think if you're starting out, you're doing detailing and ceramic coatings. So one thing you really helped with to us is we were doing good ceramic coatings and detailing. We're experienced. We have the back end figured out, is what we call it now. But we couldn't reach the people, right? So it was more of a, like, people didn't know we existed. And if they don't know we exist, that's one part of the problem.
Correct.
So that's where you kind of came in, and now you're offering detailing, ceramic coating, and people are able to see you. That brings them to you.
So basically the marketing is what gets you.
That's the first half. That's the important bit, from getting someone out of their house to the front of your shop or garage or mobile or whatever you're doing. Once that happens, now it's up to you to convince them, or not even convince them. It's more of, are you able to satisfy what they're looking for?
Correct.
Are you able to satisfy the demand that they have? And if you hit yes on that, there is no reason to, kind of stay stuck in the place you are.
Correct. Okay. So I do see a lot of guys, a lot of detailers, shop owners even, they get stuck at that 30K a month phase. And I feel like it's a deadly phase to be in, to where they can't just escape it.
Yeah.
What would you say could be a solution to this type of problem that I see guys facing? And I'm sure you've seen guys face that problem too, to where they get to that 10 to 30K mark and they can't just break out of that.
There's multiple simple problems that create one complex problem when you are stuck in that limbo. If you're doing 10K a month and you're saying you could be doing more, how is the question number one? So you have to kind of dissect it out. It basically means, if I'm able to do 1,000 a day, that's 30K a month if I'm working 30 days out of the month. And if I'm doing that, when are you taking breaks? You burning out? There's multiple other things going on, like everyone should have a life. So focus on your good items, because making 30K a month is one thing, Making 30K and making a profit is another thing.
Correct.
If you're making 10K or 15K in profit out of your 30K months, you're still doing pretty good. So there's a number that everyone has in mind, and then there's a number that's possible. So look at the size of your operation and try to figure out what is the max you can do in a month. So for us, a max of 250K a month is what's possible if we are filled with every space we have in the shop with a car that's getting the highest item straight for a month. And now are we hitting 250K? No, because those are unreasonable to put yourself in.
Correct.
You cannot hit that number without 20 other U's.
Yeah.
And there's only one U.
Correct.
So if there's only one U, what's your max output? Do you have a team solid enough to kind of take you close to the output that's achievable? And then you kind of figure out, okay, what is that worth? Where is that diminishing return happening? That if I'm going from 30 or 30 to 50, am I making the same profit that I was making from 10 to 30? Is it less? How much less? If it's you're making 20K, but you also spent 20K.
This is gonna be a fucking good video. This guy is spitting game right now.
Well, it's just simple math.
This is game.
There's economics, right? So there's economics to how a business runs, and you have to figure out your cost versus what you're inputting. So if you're inputting, I don't know, after rent and overhead and everything, you're inputting 20K and you're able to make 35 or 40K. That's a good return. It's 50%. But now you're inputting 30K and you're only making a $5,000 jump. You put in 10K, you only got 5K back. So there's something gone wrong.
Correct.
So you have to figure that out quickly, or it will drown you out at a later phase. So it's easier to say that it's good to go from 30K to 50K. But what people don't realize is that you've gone from 30 to 50, but your overhead has gone 50%. So if you were putting in 10K worth of effort, we can call it, or 10K worth of cost was going in to make 30, and now you're putting 30K worth of cost to make 50, you're still making 20 grand. So are you in a benefit? That's kind of what people don't remember, that it's not always good to focus on one figure. It's always good to focus on what you do good, what you can do better, and try to hit those points with any customer you meet.
100%. This video is gonna bang. Okay. So, Harman, when did you realize working harder wasn't enough? And what systems did you implement to make a change?
Well, working harder is always good. It's not good enough because you're only one person. You're trying to build, I wouldn't say an empire, but at least you're trying to build something safe for you, for your future. And if everything is about building a future, at some point, your body's going to ask you for, like, I can only put in this much amount of work. So what is the working harder past that? Nothing. So you have to really get ahead of that. Make sure you start hiring people. Like, we hired our first person when we were making just about enough to pay the bills for me and my business partner. And at that time, hiring someone was a big risk because we weren't sure if we were even going to be able to pay him. Like, we were just making enough to where we'd be able to pay him and cover our bills. There was no profit in that. But we also realized that to grow and to make sure we could actually become a little bit bigger than, what we are that time, we had to kind of take that step. It's rough, when you're starting, but it only becomes easier because now you're training other people that are in your shop every single day, just as much as you are. Correct. So find the passionate guy, and if you find one, you try to hold on to them and say, you can make more money, but you can also make me more money. So at the end, if it's always going to be about growth, if someone's going to be ready to grow for themselves and they're part of your team, you're automatically growing as long as you stay a team. Yeah. So working harder is good, but never good enough. So find right people, treat them right, and make sure it's vice versa.
So when you scale the business to a certain point, let's say you've gone into 100K a month, and what problems start arising at that point? And how do you handle these problems? Primary
problems are good problems. They're first world problems. There's no shortage of things at this point. There's no shortage of customers. There's no shortage of cars. There's no shortage of work. The problems arise that how do you navigate the time and input with all different kinds of projects? Like, you can see even like the cars that we have here, they're all getting very different levels of work.
Correct.
Like no one car is similar to the other. So keeping on top of that is then the most important. One customer's expectations are different from another.
Other customers.
I wish to do something one way. You might wish something the other way. How do I meet your wishes before mine? That's the kind of problems. Like it's very soft, kind of, because you kind of hit that bracket where it's not a money issue anymore. It's not a budgeting issue. It's more an issue that you bang on that quality every time and you make sure that you sustain. That's your focus now.
It's more so a case of you got into the top now. Now it's harder to stay at the top.
It's not harder or the top. I think everyone has a level playing field as long as, all things are even. We all have free marketing. We all are on Facebook. We're all on Google. We all have our own pricing. No one is forcing other people to price it out one way or another. And we all have our own qualities. I might not be good at something that another detailer might be excellent at.
Yeah.
And I will give them credit. And that's the other thing, it's very difficult to find people that you can talk to in this area because it's so competitive. So once you're hitting this kind of a figure every month, it's a lot of people want to come bring you down, even though they're on the same field. They'll either, shit talk a business, or they'll say, well, I can do this better, or, it's a number of things. But at the end, it's always that we're a community, right? So how I want to kind of drive the business forward is I know a lot of shops in my area. I know their owners. I personally talk to them at least once a week. They're friends of mine. It's not a competition. There's enough pie to be had between all of us.
I believe that's something that I'm starting to really see with my own eyes, to where a lot of shop owners, they don't believe that still.
Which is okay.
Is it more so a case of they don't believe in abundance, or is it more so a case of they feel like they're fighting for the same people? But I say that there's always going to be someone for someone.
Exactly. And there's not always going to be someone for somebody. That would be like, again, putting it in a smaller size of a pie. It's more like there is so many people that we can all reach. And instead of fighting over one, let's try to get more people involved. Like we're doing cars that are worth good money, and then people are wanting to protect them or wanting to kind of make it stay looking good. It's on us to tell them or educate them that what you do or what we do is actually going to benefit. Yeah. It's actually going to be, a matter of pride. If you own a car, it's kind of like your second home. And if you have a shiny car every time, it's a matter of respect. And it's the same with business owners. What we do is a matter of respect. I'm not going to put out work that I'm not proud of, because I'm not going to respect my work. And I'm not going to let someone else put work out that they're not proud of. So the people that I know in our kind of community here, we all try to kind of make sure that we help each other out. If I'm short-staffed or if I have too many cars, I have my friends that I will call them now. And they're business owners, they are running their own shops.
And they would assist.
And they always come and help. And if they need me, I always go and help. And that's kind of like, it's such a beauty that even you can kind of call it a competitive market, like we're all kind of doing the same thing. But if I'm not able to convince someone that I am the fit for them, that's okay. If they are convinced by my friends that they fit, I would still help them, because it's more about what they're able to achieve, not what I can take from them.
How do you confidently close PPF jobs? Because now I feel like a lot of people are focused on ceramic coatings, details, but a lot of people don't really understand the film game. They don't really understand the film industry. And I see you guys are doing really well on film. How do you guys manage to close these $5,000 to $10,000 PPF jobs? Like, is there any secret sauce? Is there any? What do you guys do specifically?
There's no secret sauce. There's not even a secret. You want there to be so much public knowledge that people, don't even have to know. Where it is at the moment, where people are getting more and more knowledge of what products are in the industry. Cars are getting way more expensive. 20,000 car now is 50K, 40K. a new Corolla is now 40K.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like a fully spec'd out one. Camrys are reaching 50. It's not a joke. If you buy a spec'd out Camry after taxes in California, it's about 50K with options. So you're spending that kind of money on cars. You think about it in a percentage term, it's maybe 7 to 8% off that car's value that you're going to put into the car and keep it looking nice for a very long time, for 10 years, 12 years. And with more film, advancements, it might even get longer. But what the main point is that enough people don't realize that, yes, we are going to make money, right? We are asking for a big chunk of change out of their account. It's not really for us. It's for a fair trade that happens between us and them. If we are asking them for a sum of money, that is also benefiting them in some way or respect or form. Their car is protected. They might get more for the car if they ever trade it in because now it's, got all this stuff on it. Or it's just a matter of people that like cars that are clean, that are scratch free. It's adding value more than it's subtracting money. So as long as you can ask people to see that from their car, it's not really that big deal to make a sale.
It's more so how
you approach. A lot of people are more scared. You're buying $100,000 truck or even an M3, or it could be anything. You're scared to drive that thing because the roads are terrible.
Correct.
You should never be scared of driving cars that you own.
Yeah.
Drive the hell out of them. But that's why we are here to make sure that you can without worrying that you're going to damage the paint. So now that you put it that way, is it that hard to let them know that, hey, it's, this much amount of money, or any money is never going to be a problem as long as you can show them value adding to the car.
I love this. This video is going to do numbers. All right, moving on. What are the top sales tips you would give to people trying to upsell ceramic coatings and PPF, or a ceramic coating customer into a PPF customer, or even a detailing customer? Because I've seen you guys upsell detailing customers into PPF and ceramic coating customers into PPF and tint, and it just goes up from there. Like, what are the things that you look out for when you're trying to upsell people?
It's more important to take that pressure off. When you're trying to upsell, you've never met this person. They've never met you. Maybe they're a new customer. Maybe they're a customer for years. But they have never expected more than maybe a detail or maybe a coating if they're bringing in a second car. How do you get them to kind of step out of that zone that might not be the best option for them? So you go based on experiences. It's very important to ask questions when you're trying to upsell. There's no pressure. You take the pressure out and it's a much more comfortable conversation that you can have with them. Hey, what happened to your last car? What were you driving before? Oh, and was that car coated? Is this your first car being coated? Have you seen the film? Give them demos, show them what the film is actually capable of. And because they're coming to you, they have done some research on what a coating is or what a film is or whatever you're offering. It's much easier, or I wouldn't call it easier, I would call it more convenient for them to see it and believe it than it is to kind of just talk it out and let them figure it out.
So it's more so a case of live demonstrations.
Correct.
And that's what I preach to my clients, where it's more so it's like show and tell. It's like you can go over all these nitty gritty things over the phone, tell them this, tell them that, even in person, tell them this, tell them that. They probably wouldn't fully understand what you're talking about until you show them.
Yeah.
And when you show them, that does something to their brain.
And there's another very important thing. People, maybe it's not wrong. It's maybe just such a standard thing in the industry is the add-ons. You go to a dealership, you buy a car. There's this add-on, there's that add-on. There's 15 things you can do to the car. We're the 16th thing, because the second you're stepping out of that dealership is the second you are trying to look for us. So what people don't realize is when you have 5 different packages for a single service, let's say it's ceramic coating. You have a ceramic coating, then you have a ceramic coating with polish, then you have a ceramic coating with paint correction, then you have a ceramic coating with 100% correction, and then you have a layer of coating. So if it's a 2-year, 5-year, 10-year,
Yeah.
they're already complexed out
Correct.
from a sale
Correct.
that they had at the dealership.
Correct.
Their day is ruined already, and now they're calling you and you're giving them all of this
All these
information.
different
They're not
options,
ready
yeah.
for it. Keep it simple. It's the KISS method. It's called keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
They call you, ask them questions that will help you make sure that you're selling them the right thing,
Exactly.
because you want to make sure that they come back not just for that car, but for all other cars that they buy or their friends buy. So it's very important to keep checking that maybe it's wrong to sell them on something that they're not ready for. You might lose that customer value over years.
Correct.
You might make that quick buck today, but now you've completely lost on the
You lost
future.
that customer in the future.
So always keep that in mind. The other thing is we start with a full overall, and we keep our prices decent. We're not the most expensive, but we're up there.
Yeah.
But we also include everything that's humanly possible in that price range. If they're getting a full package, a new car protection package, let's call it. The car's new, wheels are clean, coat the wheels, coat the interior, coat the seats, coat the carpets, coat the glass, coat everything possible if they're going in for ceramic coating.
Yeah.
Give them a price that already includes all that.
Yeah.
Most people will include a coating on the paint. Oh, trim coating is extra, wheel coating is extra, seat coating is extra, carpet coating is extra.
I'm definitely guilty of
So,
that too.
and a lot of people get turned off by that. They're like, dude, we started at $700, which sounded really good.
Yeah.
But now you've gone up to $1,800 after all these add-ons.
these add-ons.
They've already come from an add-on industry.
Well, this is my own perspective on that. I'll share with you. It's more so a case of when guys get to a certain point in their business, they can put all that package together and give it to a customer, and they can. But now, for the guys that are trying to work their way up, what I usually recommend is this. I say you can break up the package and focus on the key parts that the people see first, which is going to be the paint. And they can come with the enhancement, whatever it is. Now, we're taking a little bit of what you said, where you ask questions to understand what specifically the customer is going to need.
Okay.
Now, what I teach my guys is this. Yes, we're starting off with this, but you're not just going to go force all these upsells on them. You kind of want to have a conversation. You want to build enough ammunition for you to now use that to be like, okay, let's say you're talking about kids in the car seats, in the car, and your seats are always getting stained. That's an upsell because that's something that was information that was given to you during the whole sales process. And that's how we usually upsell people to spend more.
So that's a good point for people that are newcomers. But here's another point. If you're a newcomer, you have no overhead. You don't have fixed rent. Or even if you have a shop, you have a shop that you can make money out of if it's like a 10 to 30K shop. If we're going back to that again.
Yeah.
You can offer them a full car ceramic coating. So this is how I started when I started almost like it's over a decade now. We started ceramic coating cars. We were coating the cars. We wouldn't even ask customers. Like they were paying for the coating on the car. We wouldn't even ask. We would coat the glass, we'd coat the wheels, we'd coat the interior, and then let them know, hey, by the way, you had paid us for the car, but we didn't want to leave it incomplete. So we have done all this as well. How long does it realistically take to do all that? Maybe an hour?
Yeah.
What's your hourly rate? 100? So you lost $100, let's say, but you earned a customer for life. So it's very important for the newcomers especially that you hold on to some values that you are going to add to the customer that they didn't expect.
Yeah. And it may not just be ceramic coatings though.
Now we're coming to PPF.
Yeah.
All PPF jobs we've done in the last 2 months have left with a free windshield film. No matter what the cost of the car they were sold at. If they were sold at 5,000, they were sold at 7, they were sold at 10, they were sold at 12, it doesn't matter. You're getting a full car protection package from us, which is covering all the paint and film. We're going to film the windshield.
Yeah.
It's a new car. It's your pride and joy.
Yeah.
It's going to get chipped.
Yeah.
So we might as well put some protection on there. And not just that, we also coat their wheels. We also coat any surfaces that haven't been filmed. That's just something that we do automatically. Now, here's another thing. You come in and you tell me that you want a full car paint protection film or you want a front end. Sometimes it's brand new. You prep the car, it looks good. Ceramic coating doesn't take that long if the car is new.
Yeah.
It's maybe 3 hours of work if you put a guy on it. Now, if the guy is already coating by the time you've done the film, that car is coated now. The customer never asked you for it or never paid for it. But you've added some value to that car that they were not expecting. That's number one. The number two is I'm passionate about cars.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in this business.
Yeah.
I'm hoping most people that are detailing out there are also just equally passionate about what they do. And if you are passionate, you have to kind of figure out what makes your heart happy and what makes your money happy. So there's heart and pocket. If your pocket's happy, make your heart happy. My pocket's happy because they paid for a front end. I'm going to coat the car because it will make me happy. It's not a money thing at that point. It's more about my satisfaction.
Yeah.
You don't have to add that. It's a lot of extras for someone who's starting. But give them little things. Put an air freshener in there they didn't expect. Put a towel in there they didn't expect to wipe their glass. Add something to their car that adds value to your service.
That makes the customer retain.
Exactly. So now we're getting into loaners where it's people are dropping their car off for a week. What are they driving?
None.
Most people have multiple cars in today's age,
Yeah.
but we would still offer them either a pickup and drop off or we offer them a loaner because they've gotten us to grow this far. You have to kind of give and take, right? If they're giving you their car, they're giving you the brand new car they just picked up with 5, 10, 50 miles on it. The least you can do is make sure that they're comfortable in the time.
Being.
And
this is so much gem because you just don't want to leave the customer. Like you want to leave an impression that just makes the customer think like, well, I want to bring, and I believe I see you guys do, I mean, we've been working for over 2 years now, and I see you guys do an exceptional job of retaining clients to where they keep on sending referrals and it just keeps on going.
it's about mutual respect. They respect what we do. We respect what they're here for. As long as there's mutual respect, they will let other people know that we exist.
Correct.
No marketing as good as people that tell other people. It's word of mouth. That's the best way you can earn a client is because you are already vetted. You're not an unknown anymore because you have told me to go there. If you've told me and I know you, your trust is now their trust. So like a lot of people play the short-term game, they'll put an exorbitantly cheap price on a service and they'll try to kind of mess with the market. Like they'll make money for 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 10 months, a year, maybe 2 years, but they will set themselves up for that forever. They will always be known as that guy. Like, hey, you want it done cheap, go there. I think that's the wrong way to lead this market or be in it for long term because you are kind of setting yourself up for failure. You are basically reducing your value to show customers that you're worth it versus adding value to their pride and joy and letting them know that they're worth it. You see the slight difference there is in just how that marketing shifts.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And that's what we've done with you. It's, we have tried markets and tried to tap into a certain type of market, but we've found a niche and we found a happy medium where it's not about being the cheapest guy. It's not even being about the most expensive guy. It's not even about doing exotics all day long. We work on 90s cars, we work on 80s cars, we work on 2026 cars, we work on everything on the planet. As long as we are able to agree with the customer that we are the fit for them and they're the fit for us. That's most important. Cars exist.
Yeah.
It's finding the right ones for you.
No, 100%. No. That is phenomenal. I mean, the place that we're in right now, this is basically the bigger shop.
Exactly.
Yeah, bigger location. What made you confident to move into this location? What was that move? What was that sign that you were like, it's time for us to get a bigger location?
It was just the limitation of space. With that, it hits your work in ways you don't expect. not having enough space to where you've kind of outlived that space. You know, it's the same with if you move from a one bedroom to a 2 bedroom or a 3 bedroom, you need more space. You don't always want more space.
Yeah.
Because it costs more.
Yeah.
It brings your cost up exponentially.
Yeah.
But what you have to make sure is that
How much are you paying in rent here?
we pay about $8,000.
Oh wow.
And that's not including any utilities
Oh wow.
or any other bills that come with that.
Oh wow.
But the most important option is that are you gonna be happy with the place you're in today in 10 years? Because there has to be a purpose that you are solving for yourself in a business. You're self-employed for a reason. What is that reason? If that reason is to be comfortable and to just kind of maintain a certain lifestyle for some people, or it's a certain like how they spend their time.
That's right. Yeah.
For everyone, that's different. We have outgrown this space at this point, and we haven't even been here that long.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that for some people, they're very, very happy with a more private, kind of tailored audience.
Yeah.
And they always find that clientele, and I wish they do, but it's always the matter of what's good for you.
Correct.
We came from a 2,200 facility to a 3,800 facility. And the only reason for that was because it was just too tight for us. You know, we had enough guys, we had enough of me and my business partner, but at the end it was like we're only able to work on so many things at once. There's not enough roof on top of us to hold things that we need to work on. And it was just becoming incredibly tough. So we had to make this move. It is very scary. That's the other thing with self-employment. Every move you make dings you in ways you don't really calculate. You lose some work when you're moving. You lose work because now you've reopened.
Yeah.
But it's a step you have to make and take to make sure that you are always looking further in how you're expanding in the future.
100%. Well, that's amazing, man. We're about to wrap it up. So, what would you tell yourself? And I want you to think about this question.
Okay.
What would you tell yourself if you were to start Blacksheep Auto Detailing again?
Maybe I wouldn't. I have thought about that. Like if I was starting today, it's so difficult, just because of the people I've known over the years that I've done it. It is very, very difficult to find the right people that will help your progress instead of hindering it. When we were starting out, we had luckily got enough support, and those very few people that I started with are still with us. You know, they're still our customers. They're now friends, and they've gone on to grow in their life, but then they've also seen us grow from the very start of this business. If I had to do it again, I would try to look for people like that again first. It's always finding your core support in a business. I'm not talking about your friends, your family. That is a big support for some people, but it's also about finding support in customers. Yeah. You know, like you have to find those good customers that are always gonna vouch for you, and they're gonna bat for you when they're out there. That's about it.
Amazing. That wraps up this session with Harman. And it was super insightful talking to you. It's always like I'm speaking to Master Shifu. But it was amazing talking to you, and amazing time meeting you in Cali.
Good seeing you.
All right, bro. Yeah. You were the guy.
Damn.